Hello Publicity fans, this is Mark from My Size Hedge Fund, back with the deck list of the week, which is Jinteki Grindfest from MacBeast. The purpose of this deck is to make everyone hate Netrunner. You are trying to do as much damage as possible, which thanks to the identity ability will also start trashing cards from their stack, and trying to key pieces like breakers or levy, recursion, anything like that, and then slowly grind out the game. In my testing with Potential Unleash so far, it has proved to be quite the grind fest, and it is really good at chipping away at the runners' tools, so hopefully we can catch runners out here. Now, the problem with doing this series is that if people know that I'm recording for this particular series, they know the deck that I'm playing, and it's already been pointed out that the runner doesn't have to run until something's advanced in the server, which means it's going to be harder to catch people out, but we'll see what we can do. Hopefully we can get people who aren't too aware, they don't set up fully, and we might be able to snipe off key piece or two. So we're going to wish them fun and good luck, but we don't really mean it. The opening hand is decent, but it depends on if they're running Siphon or not. We can get our money up, but we do have an agenda as well, so that's a bit of a worry. But it's only a small one, so I think we'll keep it. Even though the deck list says mulligan for no agendas, I think one small one is okay for us. And hopefully they're not running Siphon, so maybe we will pop this, gain a credit, and put the Hokusai on HQ. And that way, even if they are running Siphon, we can chip them for a little bit of damage, and chip them again when they come in to trash this. Nope, they're just going to take the free access, which makes sense. But there's a lot of damage dealers in there. And of course next turn we can fire off the Neural EMP now as well, just to cause them some heartache. I'm curious to see which brand of Whizzard is being played. I mean, at the moment, Whizzard is definitely the one to play. Vigil indicates Siphon, although Obelisk is probably the better one. So maybe we're looking at Vamp instead. DNA Tracker could work out really well for us. So let's draw, restructure, and Neural EMP. That's good as well. Nice cheap piece of ice. And let's keep them honest. So they lose a Plascrete and a Data Sucker. Data Sucker they would have liked. Plascrete, probably not that relevant. And now the trick as well is to try and stay off full hand. Presumably they just take money. Though they might be more tempted to install stuff. Ooh, they're going to run on R&D. And this is a dangerous game to play. Last click, run. Okay, future perfect. So maybe it's going to work out well for them. Spend one. So instead of a snare, they steal a future perfect. And get 5 credits for their trouble as well. It's pretty good. Global food. Yeesh. So let's put... We can draw, install. They kind of have too few cards to run, but if they do run and steal it, it's pretty bad for us. Alternatively, we could install, and see what they want to do. And that keeps us free from the Vigil draw for a while at least. So, are they going to guess correctly? Or are they even going to go for it? Okay, playing it safe. That works for me. Shock into hand as well. So in theory, we could do 3 damage on a HQ run. And now we start trying to grind them away. Future Perfect here early is not what we want to see though. Yeah, we're going with classic draw engine Whizzard. And daily cast as well. So nice setup they got going on here. And not so in our instance. Let's money up. I think DNA Tracker will have to go on a remote. And maybe we just try and go for the global food in behind it. Wouldn't be a great one to lose, but at least we can make life difficult for them. And unfortunately, with our engine getting set up pretty well, we need to get a move on. We still haven't seen too much to indicate what they're going to do or what they're going to try and do. David, so they're expecting DNA Tracker. And hopefully they run. No, they're not going to get caught out like that. And Faust. Well, Faust is really good for us because they're milling themselves. So we could do DNA Tracker into Snare. Crick does nothing at all for us at the moment. But let's put it on Archives, because that is always the best place for it. And let's install this on a new remote. No, let's protect server 2. Maybe they'll think of something good. And again, we stay free of the vigil draw. Our hand is very much a 50-50. They could just as easily win as completely lose here. And at least by installing the DNA Tracker, they can't run here and know that it's not this. But they are being far too patient for our liking. And managing to get down all the Davids. So they are pretty set. And now it could be difficult to get this scored out. Bako's not going to do too much. Hokusai is decent though. And I suppose we'll put this over here just so it costs some extra card. It's kind of what we're banking on at the moment. And if we see Levy go into the bin, then we need to find our arc lockdown as quickly as possible. So, coming for HQ. And as I say, it could go really, really well for them, or really, really horribly. So we hit an employee strike, which is pretty great for us, because we want to be keeping that ability alive. Okay. So not fantastic hits. Networking is either because they are playing Siphon or just for controlling the message, because it is an essential. So they hit Shock as well, which is really good for us, and they spend real money. So chipping away, but they did draw an awful lot, which means whatever tools they are looking for, they probably have. And they're going to laundry into HQ as well. So we're hoping for the 1 in 3 snare. Whoops, I should have pipped. Oh, beautiful. I love it. So, classic Dumble work from the looks of things. Hit a same old thing, hit a slums. Some good stuff. Unfortunately now our entire HQ is just agendas. So that's okay. It's going to cost them 1 card. Just kind of whatever. I think we just install this here and let's draw again. There's an arc lockdown. So now the race is on for Levy. Which means I'll be firing off House of Knives, I'll be firing off any newer EMPs I can find. And it's when you get down to this kind of level that you're wishing that you played Fetal AI instead, just to do that extra bit of damage. So Crick gets us back the Hokusai at least. Medium. So they definitely think it's a DNA tracker here, which it is not. So we will show them the bad news. We will pip them first. Hit a Parasite. Beautiful. Parasite Sucker. Good hits. Now presumably, well, they have to trash 3 cards and then we play a Psy game. So this works out pretty well for us. Our R&D is still pretty dangerous. There's still a shock, or sorry, 2 shocks, 2 snares. Firing everything. So we can spend 1 to deny them the draw, because chances are they'll spend 0. Oh, they got me. Oh no, we got them. Excuse me, and we fit an out worse. That's okay, there's another one gone. And we've hit another few good things. Still no Levy in the bin though, that's what we wanted to see. There goes Jackson. So no levies, and they still have a forked, probably. 2 knives are gone though. So we're just waiting for a tasty target. Hit them with the arc lockdown. And roll on. Yeah, we kind of have to res this, I suppose. So it only costs them 1 card. Which isn't great. But again, we can House of Knives them. Bring them down to 3 cards. So Chronotype is gone. And we got a Liberated. And a Medium. Not great. But HQ is holding out well for us. I mean, we've been holding on to these global foods for quite some time, and yet the runner is dancing around them. But still, we are trying to find that levy. 4 cards in hand, 8 in the stack. Can we find it? Before they do. Let's just get our money back up. I'm relatively happy with the protection we've got. HQ is not ideal, but with medium down they may focus more here. Our scoring server is not at all secure. So that is why we need to chip away. Dirty laundry, which way are they going to go? HQ, that makes sense. So if it's anything like the last one, they will get an agenda here. Well, they still have to break. I might not have an action, but yeah, you gotta pay the bills, gotta pay the dues. Yeah, global food goes. So they've 1 in 3 chance of winning the game just by running HQ again. The draw has not been kind to us. But they're down to 10 cards, so I mean, if we can survive this, we have a chance. I believe that just as much as you do. And forked. On HQ, that's a strange one. Surely with medium, you'd go R&D. I suppose it is cheaper. So now, unfortunately, Paperclip's in the bin. It's a Primarch lockdown target, but they do have Faust on the board, and they get the game anyway. So, not much more we could have done, really. All our dangerous stuff was quite far down. Our House of Knives did not hit anything good either. I mean, some decent stuff. Slowed them down a little bit, perhaps, but we were definitely looking for like the levy nice and early. If we were to arc lock down here, I don't know. Nothing that I'm overly tempted by. Maybe the cutlery, but yeah, trickier spot. The only barriers are the backos. So I mean, even hidden paperclip isn't that great because Faust, unless you've hit the levy as well, Faust is just going to tear through that. Really, you're looking to get Lotus Field online and get either Black Orchestra or Faust then and kind of cruise your way to victory. Unfortunately, it didn't work here, but we'll give it another shot, see how we get on, and see if we can grind out a game. Hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.